What's cool about this card is at the beginning of each... Wait, hold on. At the beginning of each combat, so it's even your opponent's combat, you may attach a target. So you can switch your auras even on your opponent's turn. All right. That's kind of cool. Wow, it feels so weird to play with a monocolored deck. But not bad. All right, let's bring out the Luminarch. Will it live? That's the other question. Doubt it. Alright, so he's playing Radkos. Okay, so kind of cool. So this right here, your opponents can't gain life, but it'll deal 2 damage if it's on the battlefield or in the graveyard. This is a really good card for 1 mana. Sorry, let's get off that. It does a lot for 1 mana. You can mill a card, exile a creature card from your graveyard, draw a card. Just for 1. And then on the god side, it's a 6/6 Death Toucher for 3. But at the beginning of your upkeep, you have to exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Is this going to die? Yep. So he's going to bring that bad boy out. Ooh. Yep. And so what's really great is that you can run 4 of these, because you're going to play, if in a deck like this, you're going to play probably one or, you're going to play 1 of this and then 1 of the creature. And if this can stay alive, it'll get double strike. Let's go for the double strike. All right. Okay, I think I screwed that up. Okay, yeah, it's never mind. The double strike went through. That's why this thing is just so good. It gives the creature lifelink. It draws itself out. You put it in play, you draw a card. Oh no, he drew Heartless Act. I think you have to kill the lifelink double striker. Or you kill this. Tough. Actually, he can't. He can't do it because this only removes counters if they have counters on them. I forgot. Ow. Yeah. He can't kill anything. I think we both realized that at the same time. I was like, oh, it's going to die. Oh, wait a minute. And what's cool about this card is at the beginning of each... Wait, hold on. At the beginning of each combat, so it's even your opponent's combat, you may attach a target. So you can switch your auras even on your opponent's turn. That's kind of cool. And this is where you would draw your card. Yeah, we're just going to attack. Yeah, Heliod's strong, and he's going to be stronger. I'm telling you, with this lifelink card. Because, yeah. Give him lifelink. And that's cool. Even when he gets double strike, you can add more to him. So that's kind of cool. But that's, guys, that's going to be a deck. I'd pay attention to that one. Because I've played against not the same type as mine, but because I'm more dependent upon those flyers in the lifelink. But what you're going to see in the Angels deck, here, I'll show you. There's an Angel that I don't play with, but I'm going to show you. Because I'm trying to show you guys as much as you can, so when you start crafting your stuff, like, you actually see the gameplay. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you guys, like, know, like, oh, wow, okay, like, that looks good. Even not me, even if it's just my opponent. All right, so let's go to Kaldheim. And there is, I haven't crafted it, so it's... And it's going to look so dumb on the surface. Here. Whenever another angel enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Valkyrie. It's a 1/3 for 2. And you know how that 3 always gets you. You can't Bone Crusher Giant this creature. I mean, you can do a lot if you're playing with black, but like red, it doesn't really have a lot of quick removal, and this easily can just, you know, build up. And so what a lot of people are doing, instead of doing what I'm doing, in a pure angel deck, they're running this, like 4 of these. And so I'm trying to see if I saw anything else that they're playing with. This card's awesome because it replaces itself and it gives a creature lifelink. It's like, well, why is that important? In white, not only does it trigger Heliod, but whenever another angel or cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. And then as long as you have 7 or more life, so as long as you have 27 life, creatures you control get +2/+2, like just across the board. Snowlands your opponent controls enter the battlefield tapped. Non-creature spells your opponent's cast with 4 or greater cost 2 more. So if we still start to see Temur Reclamation or excuse me, gosh, don't bring me back to that. If we start to see more of that Temur Genesis Ultimatum deck, I think it'll have value. This right here, enters the battlefield or dies, you may exile another creature card from your graveyard. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that you control that shares a card type with it. So angels and warriors. Like creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. And then its equipment's not bad. It's not a bad equipment. I mean, you do have to pay the 2. You can't. It doesn't come into play and attach itself, but you do have to pay that 2. But it's not that bad. And white doesn't really have that much card draw, right? But at the beginning of your end step, it draw a card if your life total is greater than your start. So if you have 21 life, you can draw a card, and if you don't, you gain 2 life. So angels and clerics have been floating around. So I imagine that would be a good archetype.